Hello there, I'm going to show you today how to do a typical sort of paisa Colombian breakfast that is so easy to make. Basically, it's going to have sausages down here. Now normally you'd use chorizo type sausages, but well, I couldn't actually get them in the local shop and I really wanted to do this today. So I'm just going to put these in the oven. You can fry them, of course, in the oven at about 190, 200 degrees. Okay, and now with this we'll be having plantain, but it's patacones these are called in Colombia, this dish. Basically, I'm going to show you how to do this. It's so easy to cook plantain. You really should probably get the one that's slightly greener, but make sure you don't get the really small Indian ones because they're used more for curries and pakoras and stuff. These are perfect. Could be a bit greener because these are going to be a bit sweeter than maybe we used to have them. And with them, after we fry the plantain, we're going to also have a very small sort of like guacamole style thing with these avocados. Also some avocados on the side. Going to do something very easy with these tomatoes and chili, which is called an hogao. And basically the hogao will go on top of the patacones. Also some of the guacamole will go on top of the patacones, and we'll have some on the side as well, all served with the sausages. And with that we'll be having some white rice, which I prepared earlier, and some eggs, some fried eggs on top, which is also a very important part. Lots of other things you can put on top of patacones. You can put ropa vieja, you can put all sorts of different recipes, but this is just keeping it simple. So just to start off with this, first thing you do with these, cut off the end. I'll do a little slit here and a little slit here. Now this is important. You get a lot of wet kitchen roll. Make it nice and wet. And you wrap the plantain like this. There we go. Wrap the plantain, get it nice and wet, cold water, in the microwave now, like that, for let's say 4 minutes. That's quite a big one. 4 minutes. I've done it for 4.5, so I'll check it after 4 minutes. Okay, so while that's happening, just going to cut these up to make the hogao, and I'll also use some of these for the guacamole as well. Good. Okay, so this is going to be very, very hot. So what this needs to do, this needs to just rest for maybe 10 minutes or so before we can really start to unwrap that. And while that's happening, that was there for 4 minutes, that's more than enough. I've just cut these bird's eye chilies, or not bird's eye, what are they? These very, very hot chilies. Just take all the seeds out, and I put them into here, which is a garlic crusher, but you can obviously just use your knives and fork or whatever, but just to chop it all up. Lovely. So this is going to be quite a hot hogao. Oh, the smell from that chili is amazing. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to use most of these. I'm going to put some oil in it first. Use olive oil. Okay, so to make the hogao, just simple. I'm going to save them for the guacamole and the chilies. I'm going to put it in a minute. And I've just got some coriander for later. Okay, this is cooking nicely. There's nothing really goes in it. I mean, it's just you can put onions to it. I don't eat onions, so I don't add onions. I will be adding some black pepper. Salt. Finally, these really hot chili. Okay, so that's going to cook for a while. It's going all mushy. And now, while that's cooking, I'm going to start on the avocados. So, very simple. I'm only going to use 2 of these avocados. I'm going to use the third one. Well, these are very small, as you can see. So it's just really going to be something that will go on top of the patacones. Getting very hard to breathe in here. Put that down a little bit. Okay, so now let's take all the skin off these little things. There we go. Add the fresh tomato. Add some jalapenos. Not too many. This is going to be a very small little thing that's going to go on top of the plantain. That doesn't need to be. Some more black pepper. Some paprika or pimenton. I use pimenton. Paprika is fine as well. Okay, so this is doing well. And we'll just mash these together, nothing complicated. With salt maybe. And it doesn't have to be too fine. Not like a proper jalapeno, proper guacamole that you're going to use chips to dip into or anything. This is going to go quite roughly on top of the patacones. So now I'm just going to put this in here for while everything else is cooking. Oh, tell you what, I forgot to add the coriander. And now this is just going to wait until we're done. But I'm going to add normally a bit of lime on top. I don't actually have any lime. I have a very old lemon, which should be fine. Yeah, it'll be fine. This is just to stop it going brown. Again, lime is nicer, the flavour's much better, but this will do. But use lime if you can get it. Lovely. And we just cover that and leave it in the fridge. Okay, so now this actually took about 15 minutes. It took a little bit longer than I thought. But we're now going to unwrap this. Still very hot. Okay, and I'm going to get some baking paper. Going to cut this down one end, open it up, and as you can see it's got a nice yellow colour. And we make some about a centimetre thick or so. Stick them on the paper like this. As you see, I'm cutting them at a slight angle. This is just so they then spread a lot more easily when I crush them. Okay, that bit probably I can't use. It's a little bit hard. Okay, I'll get some more paper. Now, there's lots of different ways you can do this. Personally, where's that hammer? Okay, so got a hammer. Couple of them. That's better. That's better. And now I'm going to take this off. I add some salt. Personally I prefer nice rock salt. This is sea salt because there's herbs in it, but you can use any kind of salt. Kosher salt might be quite good for this as well. Okay, and now we start to fry them. So we're going to fry them in this nice old frying pan. Going to use vegetable oil. You can use any kind of vegetable oil. I wouldn't use olive oil for this, and also I'll be doing an egg later in this one. I'll tell you more about that later. Okay, so just before I turn the sausages, I mean they're almost done, I'm going to save all this oil that's come out of them, put them in there that's for the egg later on. That's going to be amazing. I might put a little bit in there as well, just make it all sausagey. Okay, now this is an interesting frying pan. This is actually my partner and erstwhile videographer. It's her family's from New Brunswick, and it's over 100 years old, and it still works. It doesn't stick or anything. It's fantastic. Nice bit of machinery. Okay, so I've just turned these around. I'm going to put them in a bit longer, but I'm going to now actually turn the heat off. So I don't want to cook too far, but it's still very hot in it, so they will carry on cooking. I'm going to add now a bit of oil to that, and I'm going to start frying the plantain, Patacones. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to put salt on the other side as well, and as I've done a batch, I'm going to leave them to drain all the fat on this paper. Oh, this is the only one, the hogao, which is cooling off nicely. We don't want things too hot. It's all about flavour, flavour and heat in the food rather than heat in the temperature. The sausages will be hot, of course. Okay, so this is now ready for each one. Salt side down. Going to be putting salt on top now. Peel it off. And fry them for about 4 minutes or so. Just make sure they're nice and crispy. Okay, so that's fried for about 2 minutes on that side. I'll turn them over. Perfect. And as we haven't seen that side before, we now add salt to that side as well. Two more minutes and then I'll drain them. Okay, so I've just been putting this pre-prepared sticky white rice in a teacup, a nice round teacup. Just like that. Okay, in the microwave for 1 minute. And while that's cooking, as you can see, these are drying up nicely. While that's cooking, now these are fava beans. This is a very important part of the paisa style Colombian breakfast. Fava beans, you'll find them in any of your local Middle Eastern shops. They're often called fal medams or fal mezdames. But basically, unlike with kidney beans, you do use all the juice that comes with it. It's not dangerous at all. So just put that in there and fry. Okay, so now the eggs. Now we're going to have 1 egg each. I don't actually like egg whites, so I'm going to do mine slightly different. But one of them just be the full thing. And the other one, I just use my de-egg whiter, I think, like so. Remove all the goo. Run it slightly under the tap just to get rid of any of the whites. I'm really not a fan of egg white, fried egg white. Anyway, I can eat it in an omelette. Stick that there. Make sure it doesn't burst. There we go. Lovely. Okay, so I'll keep on doing that. Meantime, the fava beans are looking good, and I'll start on everything else. Okay, so now these are ready. As you can see, these eggs put a little bit of fat on top just so they cook well. Fava beans shared equally between the two of us. There we go. Now, as I had one of these left over, these do not get mashed up, but instead sliced on the side as an accoutrement. So 1, 2, like so. Unfortunately, the bowls are different colours, but we keep breaking them. There we go, fantastic. Now we take the sausages out of the oven. They're looking nice. Obviously, as I said earlier, chorizo would be better. And we have 1 sausage, 2 sausages each. Save the others for a snack later. Okay, now the eggs go on top of the rice. So this one's done, so I'll put this one here, that goes on top. My one goes on top here. Lovely. Now we get the patacones. 1, 2, 3, 4. On top of these, I put some of the hogao. Like so. And the guacamole we made earlier goes on the others. As I said, it's quite rough hewn guacamole. It's more for taste and texture. There we go. Save that one for later. And there we have it. It's all done. So, the proof, as they say, is in the pudding. You could add salt to it, you could add a bit more spicy stuff, but I think that's probably going to be absolutely nice. So that is the typical, well, my style, my way of doing it, Colombian breakfast. Paisa style with patacones, which are plantains, fried with salt, guacamole, these hogao stuff, fava beans, rice with fried eggs on top, 2 sausages. Chorizo would have been better, but I couldn't get them. And that's it really. It's really simple and really nice little snack to make in the morning. Perfect to start the day just right. I'll show you what it's like later. Okay, so here we go. I'm trying a bit of the guacamole. Hogao. Oh, that's hot. It's nice. Fava beans. The egg with the there we go, with the rice. Some of these sausages. Oh, give me hiccups. And plantain, it's lovely. Oh. Alexa, play me something Colombian.
I don't know that one.
Alexa, play me some Colombian salsa.
I couldn't find any Colombian salsa songs. To ensure you have a music service linked to your account, go to the Alexa app, select Settings, and then Music.